Hi folks, welcome to HUGHROCKO interviews again on location. Today we have Symon Seabrook. He's a guitarist, bass player. What else do you play?
A little bit of harmonica.
A
little bit of cat.
He sings.
Do the singing thing.
Singing things. And he's, hey, look at this! First time ever, biscuits. Woo! Amazing. Anyway, hi Symon, how's it going?
Very, very good, yeah.
Good. Okay, so I'll start with some of your questions. Who are your influences?
Influences for me, favourite band's the Beatles. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Take your time now.
Yeah. So yeah, Beatles are a big influence. Not necessarily because of the guitar playing, but because of the whole band as a whole, with the harmonies, where they went in such a short space of time, from I want to hold your hand to singing about I'm a walrus and all that kind of thing. For that band to take that massive leap in that short space of time, because they were really only around for quite a short time.
Yeah, they were.
So big fan of them. Love John's voice.
Yep.
Love the harmonies. Radiohead, big influence on me just because they were going to different places musically, and they couldn't be touched at the time, I don't think, by any band.
No, back then, I mean, what was the slow song they done? I loved it, I can't remember.
Street Spirit, Fade Out.
It sounded like a children's song.
Oh, that was No Surprises. Ding, ding, ding,
yeah, that's
ding, 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 ding.
Some of their stuff was great. I mean, everybody would probably say Creep, but...
Oh, no. I mean, Creep, I think, was definitely the song that brought them to the masses. Yeah. But then they just went on and created but he just got, every album was just like, whoa.
Like I say, the one that stood for me was the most was that nice slow thing they did. I was like, oh, this was great.
Yeah. Great video as well. Great video.
Yeah. Brilliant.
David Bowie, without a shadow of a doubt. Again, like Radiohead, just kept pushing the boundaries all the time. Yeah. And it's like, do you know what's funny about David Bowie is when he died, normally the next day on Facebook or whatever, you get jokes about whoever's died. No jokes were said about David Bowie.
I didn't know.
And it's like as well. It's like as though, as far as I'm concerned, it's like it doesn't feel like he's died. Because so much of his music is around. Yeah. So it's not like he's not died at all. He's probably just living in a cabin in Spain or something. I don't know.
In space.
In Spain. It'd have to be space, wouldn't it? Would have to be
space.
He wrote some songs about it, mate.
Well, it could be up there on life on Mars.
Indeed. Other influences. Talking Heads. As you can see, there's a bit of a theme here with me liking kind of the people are pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Again, they weren't around a massive amount of time, but what they did in that short time was just keep pushing it.
Yeah.
A couple of weird influences for me would be there's a guy who I went to school with, Sean Reynard, and we were in the crazy gang at school, and there's four of us, and we were all reenacting Monty Python, just doing the most stupid things, just for crazy reasons, really, you know what I mean? Just to be different,
Well, I always knew you were different, because when I come to see you with Sharp Sandwich, you played some obscure stuff, and I loved it, like Beck.
Oh, yeah.
I love the haircut. I mean, I've never heard anybody play that in my life. Yeah. When I first heard that song, I was like, these guys are different. And then to come and see you, and you played it, I was like, wow, that just blew my mind. Wow, because I just thought there was that far out kind of band needing to get into that and play it.
Well, the thing of it is, there's a lot of cover bands out there, and there's a lot of really good cover bands out there, and we try to, in Shark Sandwich, because it is a cover band at the end of the day, we try to own them and make them our own, so we'll try and put little jazzy bits in there, stuff like that, and I'm always thinking of ways to keep yourself interested, and keep the audience interested, so I'll just put some daft stuff in there.
Well, I always enjoyed watching you with Shark Sandwich.
Anyway, going back to the guy Sean Reynard, he was a musician before I was, and he was everybody else was listening to Five Star, Madonna at school. He was listening to Pink Floyd, David Bowie, The Doors. So he was really ahead of his time back then. And we were talking about the age of 12 or 13. Yeah. So we were just whoa, man. And he came round to my house one day with his bass guitar. He plugged it into my dad's stereo, and he got these crocodile clips out. And put them on his bass guitar on the end, and started playing it. And it had this chiming effect. Now, it sounds a bit naff, and it was a bit of a naff sound, but the fact that he was looking for different ways of making the guitar sound different, just opened the world up to me, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he's a massive influence and a massive role model for me, not just a musician, and I don't think he even plays anymore, but he's like kind of like into like making videos and stuff like that. He's very creative. And the other one is, I don't even know this guy's name. I went to a party, I was playing my guitar, people asked me to bring my guitar, I was doing, you know, just sing-along songs that everybody knew, and I thought it was the bee's knees, you know what I mean? And this guy, they said, oh, he plays guitar, and he plays his own songs, so if you guys are going on guitar, and I was like, yeah, sure thing, go on it, all his own stuff, very, very, you know, jazzy, all this kind of stuff, and it was just, and he saw him play for 15 minutes, but I felt so humbled by it, and even though I never knew his name, I knew Scottish, never knew his name, it just kind of changed my direction on looking at things, you know, thinking, wow, it doesn't have to be all, you know, your minor and your major chords.
No,
it throws all this stuff in as well. So he was a big influence, and he never even knew, do you know what I mean? And I loved that, because I could maybe, you know, play somewhere, and I've had people come up to me at the end and gone like, do you know, I feel like taking up guitar after watching you play, you know, because I get into it, don't I, you know? And I think that for me is just one of the things that, if you do play, you might not know that you might be inspiring some like kind of budding guitarists rather than doing it because they've seen you play.
That's a definite.
And I love that.
But that's getting to that. You don't know what you're doing. You just do what you do.
Oh yeah.
And enjoy it. And then people sit and go, oh, look at that. You know, and but like, I see that when they come to see you, they be like, because I hope watch you really get into it. You're like, way. You're on a different cloud someplace. Hey!
Definitely.
But it's good though, brilliant.
Yeah.
Anybody else before we move on?
Influences, the Doors, stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything really, you know, I'm not seeing much around today musically that's really floating my boat.
No.
For me, it has to be, it doesn't have to be guitar bass, but it usually is, but I like something that's like kind of pioneering and pushing the boundaries. Even if it's like simple music, but the lyrics are interesting, you know what I mean, or there's an interesting harmony in there, or you're just not like it's a bass player, he's not just rooting the chords, he's doing something different. Anything like that. If I can see some thoughts gone into it, to make it more interesting, I'm all about that.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of the music nowadays, it's made with computers, basically.
Oh yeah. Well, the other thing as well is, like, you know, songwriters change so much musically, because now all the stuff in the charts, I mean, a lot of people love that, and at the end of the day, I would always say, like, if somebody likes a song and I don't like it, that's absolutely fine. At the end of the day, we all like different stuff, and we all thought, you know, Hendrix was brilliant, and Led Zeppelin, these small influences, they were brilliant. I forgot where I'm going with this now. But if they think, like, you know, some song that's out now that's like, you know, basically they're just all like verse and a chorus, no bridge anymore. There's no, you know, key change or anything like that. No, they just basically get the beat out, get it behind it, and repetitive, you know, vocals, you know, words to said over and over again. Work. You know what I'm talking about, yeah. So that doesn't really interest me. That kind of stuff.
I think there's maybe a decent band still out there. I think the 1975, they're not too bad. Yeah, they had bits and bobs, and the feeling were quite good.
Yeah, they were quite nice, because they almost did like a kind of cheesy sound, and made it all very kind of stuff, you know. And I thought they did some good stuff. Yeah, they did, especially that I Love It When You Call. That just they did a song called Rose as well. Yeah.
But now,
good looking boys as well. Good looking boys.
I'm thinking, what is there now? It's like, you know. Right, so we'll ask you what gear you're using just now.
Okay,
this just now has one guitar.
Oh yeah, this is a Gibson Hummingbird. Yeah. Very expensive guitar. Basically, I got this because I got quite a lot of quite decent acoustic guitars. Yeah. And there'd always be something that would do me head in about them. You'd be playing them up here, and you couldn't hear the note because the action wasn't that great on them. When you plugged them in, they'd sound a bit tinny and stuff like that. So basically what I did one day, I just thought, sod it, I'm going to get a guitar in my dreams. Yeah. Got this on 0% finance, and and it's been an absolute. It's like a guitar for life for me, because this was like the pinnacle of the guitars I wanted.
Oh yeah.
So I just thought, sod it, I'm just going to get this, and then I can't complain about it then, because I've got the guitar and juice. That said, it still gets on my nerves sometimes when I play, but usually that's to do with the actual setup of the room, and the sound. Some rooms are just really hard to get the sound
booming
right in,
yeah.
So love this guitar, and I remember Mark Whiteley saying something about a Gibson Dove.
Yeah,
and it's quite a decent guitar, but he was saying, like, once you plug them in, you can't tell. You can tell. You can bloody tell. You know what I mean? And you usually get what you paid for.
Sorry, Mark.
No, so I'm in a band with Mark Whiteley.
I know.
So
it's the Marshall Hart.
That's right. Yeah. So
sorry, Mark.
I had a little chuckle. No, he'll be fine about that.
Oh, well, he will. He's great.
I mean,
you mean Rodney?
Yeah, I do mean Rodney. Yeah. You plonker.
You plonker, Rodney.
But yeah, for the Epiphone Dove, for its price and that, like, it's a really decent guitar. You know, if you're looking for something, you know, a cheap economy version, definitely. But this is a lot more than that. But it does for what you pay, and I do still think it's a bit too bloody much. For what you pay, you do get some quality with it. So I use this for. I'm in a band called the Star-Bellied Sneetches. As well. It's like
now.
Yeah, Star-Bellied Sneetches is like a little cover band. It's all kind of acoustic bass. It's like a 5-piece band.
Have you still got Shark going?
Shark Sandwich is still going. That said, we've got 0 gigs for this year.
0 gigs.
We had one in December, but I had to cancel it because in the middle of Wales, and we had a gig that night anyway with the Marshall Hats, and I thought it's going to be too much trying to get back, you know. So Shark Sandwich is still down the back burner. But the other thing about that is, 3 of us in Shark Sandwich are actually in the Marshall Hats anyway. So, you know, we're still going, but we're in the Marshall Hats. That said, the 2 bands are very different. The Marshall Hats kind of do stuff like the actual song, you know, it's quite similar to the song, you know, the solos and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, so that's me Gibson. I've got this is the Graham Coxon signature Telecaster. Blood, my blood. Yeah, not somebody else's blood. Yeah,
he's left on.
Somebody tried to wipe it off. And I was like, "What are you doing, mate?" I was like, "That's my blood. That wants to be there." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's there for a reason, people.
So yeah, so basically, I love the look of a Telecaster.
Seymour Duncan in there as well.
There is, yeah. So I had that put in just to give a bit more beef as well. I've hardly used this since that's been put in, to be honest with you, because I'm mainly playing on that. I love the colour of this guitar.
Oh yes.
Even if it wasn't the Graham Coxon signature, it wasn't that expensive. I think it was $550. I love the rosewood neck on it. I don't know loads about guitars, but I know that I love the look of it. Not really. I think. Do you play a Stratocaster?
Oh, I played a few.
Yeah.
A few of them, yeah.
I see. My first electric guitar was a Strat, and I think they're supersonically versatile. But there's something in me that just doesn't like the look of them anymore.
No.
I used to love it because obviously Jimi Hendrix played one. I was like, he was one of my heroes, and I was like, oh, look, you know, I want one of them. But Telecaster's the way.
Well, the newest thing I've got to that is my EV8 because it's based on a sort of, it's like a telly. It's shaped that sort of way. The EV8.
So we got this little fella here. Plays pretty good. I've had the action load on it, the old KGB. KGB have been mentioned loads of times.
Yeah, KGB.
And they should be giving us some. So they put the pick on.
Barry.
Yeah. So that's that one sorted. I've got a Vox amp here, which I've probably played about like 10 hours worth. I've had it about like 3 months. Bought this off Steve Lawson. And a Marshall Hat. Yeah. Pretty good sounding amp.
What is it? Is it a 30 watt or is it a 60?
I think it's a 30.
I tell you what, it's powerful nowadays for 30s.
And the weight of them. That's what's
I know.
And it's a good looking amp as well. I've got a Marshall over in the back. I've got loads of gear all over the place. Yeah. Got a Marshall in the back room. I can't even tell you what model it is, but it's
What's your bass? What is that? You don't have to get it over, but...
Yeah, that's just a Gretsch short scale bass.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to get it over because it's got Ted on top.
Go and get it then. I could cut to that.
Well, don't cut to it because I'm going to do a Mark Whiteley.
Wait! Hey! I'm going to do a Mark Whiteley.
No, Mark Whiteley doesn't trip over lots of things all the time and pull wires out and stuff.
What have you got? Where's my tea?
He's a bit accent prone, his man. Yeah. And the beautiful thing about that is, people think he doesn't even know he's accent prone, because I've mentioned this to him a few times before, and he's oblivious to it. And I love that about Mark, I really do. So yeah, that's Ted, that's the most important thing. Ted has had many jumpers. This is his Christmas jumper.
Just can't see him. He'll be there. He'll be on it. It's got a wide angle on it. Mate.
This is Christmas jumper. He did come with a jumper that just said Ted on it, and then my friends accosted him and kidnapped him and took him to someplace which can't Budapest. And he came back with a white jumper saying Budapest on it. And I didn't know they took him, and they sent me photographs of him on the phone, you know, like saying like Ted's in Budapest with a nice little background behind him. But yeah, anyway, so this is a Gretsch.
Cheap. The seat. It's like the seat there, look.
Yeah.
It looks a bit like the seat.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
That's just a Gretsch. Start that again, a Gretsch thing, isn't it? But it looks.
Yeah.
The way it was looking to me, it looked like the Saint logo.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay, I can dig.
You can dig that.
Yeah. So yeah, Gretsch bass guitar. I think this was like 250 quid.
Yeah.
Really low action on it. It's short scale because I've only got short arms.
And I
love the style of it because a lot of bass guitars again are based like kind of looking like, you know, the Stratocaster kind of style.
Yeah,
which is
just like a Gibson.
Yeah, exactly. And
the
colour on it, great, and it plays pretty damn good as well. So it's a really good budget, good looking bass guitar. Knobs fell off here, and I like that because when knobs fall off, you don't want to be there. I'm not replacing it. Still does the same thing, so I can live with that.
It's like when people bump the guitar. Oh no, bump the guitar! Oh, what am I going to do? Life's ended. It's a guitar.
Just gives them more character.
Yeah, isn't it? You can go back to that, you
know. Yeah.
So that's your gear.
Oh, I've got loads more gear, like dotted around in different people's houses and lots and classical guitars and all that kind of stuff.
Brilliant. So, what inspires you to keep playing today?
For me, it's like with music, it's like there's so many benefits. The best thing I ever did was buy a guitar in the first place and try and Lincoln play the thing. You know what I mean? I just didn't even know what the hell I was doing. Do you know what I mean? But I tried, did some melodies and stuff. For me, it's like music is like even though there's only 12 notes. There's so much you can do with it, and it's like unreal, and it's like you can just put so many combinations together. You know, you do an A minor chord and put so many harmonies over the top of it. There's loads of different variations of an A minor, have a bit more jazzy or whatever, or throw these things on top. It's and it's like when you're playing, you lose yourself in it. So I don't meditate. But I think it's a very close form of meditation. Even if you're stuck on your own and you're playing guitar and you're totally lost in the moment, you've just learnt a new song or you're coming up with something new, you're lost in it. You know, nothing else matters. All your worries kind of go.
They do.
It's great.
That's right.
So and when you're playing live, you know, if you've got a good crowd, you know, it doesn't always happen.
No.
So you've got people going like, oh, that's great, and I can't believe you just did that. It's just such a great confidence boost, you know what I mean? I think if I did play guitar, I just don't think I'd be half as confident as what I am as a person.
Probably, yeah.
So it's just I love it.
I don't know you, but it seems to like if you're on stage and you've got your guitar on or bass or on drums or whatever, I seem to have loads of confidence. And then I think when I'm not doing that, my confidence sort of goes. Because of it's like a comfort thing. And you become this person that you know when you're after it, if you understand that.
Oh yeah. But I would also say as well, I've played quite recently as well. I've played gigs where I've got things wrong, you know, and suddenly I say there's somebody in the crowd who's going like, oh, shit. I mean, and I've had that, or even doing this, but it was this woman and she would not leave me alone. She was going like that, and she knew she was winding me up, and I'm really hard to wind up, and I don't get embarrassed, but oh my god, my confidence was knocked to bits. I had to concentrate on every single chord and every single note I sang, even harder, and to me it started sounding crap, because your confidence can go like that, and that's the thing, if you put yourself up there, whether you're playing live in a band or you're in an open mic, once your confidence goes, even if you're a confident person or confident with your music, it's because you're up there. There's no escaping it, and it's so hard to try and fight it and get it. But at the end of the day, you've put yourself up there in the first place, and I think that's what makes you as a musician. When you've got hardships to overcome, that's what makes you. I played a couple of gigs lately, and just because I had a cold and stuff, and because a few things were going wrong, the sound wasn't sounding as good as I normally like it, and there wasn't enough time to sort it out. The whole gig for me was I was just kind of faking it. And I was faking the movements, faking, and you have to do that sometimes.
You do, yeah.
And the rest of the people in the place said, "Well, that was a great gig." Even the rest of the band was like, "Oh, I loved that," and I was just like, "No, I just wasn't feeling it." But nobody ever knew because it was just like going through the motions of playing, So that happens sometimes. Most of the time, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
So you right with that?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, you must have some funny stories.
Funny stories?
On stage stories or rehearsals or something.
Yeah. Mark Whiteley tripping over things. That's it. He actually did it on New Year's Eve, 2 or 3 days ago. Yeah. We were going on for our second set, and then suddenly just heard this. And what he'd done is he'd walked onto stage, knocked out my lead out of the overdrive pedal, so it's just touching the metal, and so you're just getting the guitar, and they were trying to turn everything off. Now I thought, that's not the mixer, that's not a mic, it's Mike's whistle. I thought it's guitar bass definitely, and I was like, oh, and all the people in the play. I mean, this noise is loud, and we got like little background music, a little bit of Bee Gees, whatever. We got this over the top. And it lasted about a minute, so I legged it down, and I just saw the leads, and I had to see his foot as well. I was like, bloody man. Well, absolutely loads. There was one I was playing Liverpool Docks. It was a really posh night. Black tie first, playing the Shark Sandwich. Yeah. And the first song we did was Female of the Species. And it wasn't much this. But this is the build up to it, you see. And it was in the summertime, so all the windows were open. Honestly, it's a really lovely place to play.
Roasted as well, probably. Probably roasting the
Oh god, yeah. So just all it was my guitar strap just came off. So it's one of those mid-song, the guitar goes down, I was like, gets it back up. 4 or 5 seconds back into the song. After the song finished, I said, right, I'm really sorry about that, so unprofessional. Made sure it was all in. I was like, the rest of this is going to go swimmingly. So I started the next song, and I'm doing this on the guitar, just putting chords down, and I saw some kind of lump on the guitar. So I was like, I'm just singing away. I put my hand down. What it was a B on the guitar. So I put my hand on the B, didn't know it, and then I got stung in my hand. Ow! And remember, I just said everything's going to go really swimmingly professional. All I could do, because the pain was excruciating, was just shout, fucking twat, down the microphone, dropped to the floor on my knees, and was like, oh, dear. So I couldn't play for 20 minutes. I didn't think I'd be able to play for the rest of the night, but I couldn't play for 20 minutes. People were bringing vinegar over, you could see the sting hanging out. And they were, it was a bee, so it left the sting in, you see. I killed it. When I went like, fucking twat, it landed there, so I just whacked it. So I don't like killing animals or insects if I can help it.
But I was thinking,
oh my god. What the places, like, I couldn't believe it.
Have you ever got to play the guitar, play the bumblebee?
Oh god. And yeah, I wish I could play that, just so I could do that. But yeah,
I don't know how to play them, but I could play.
That's really bad luck. Been slapped in the face while I was playing this guitar solo. Some guy came up to me, because at the end of the day, if punters are really drunk, and especially if the non-musicians, they expect you to have their attention. Even if you're singing a song and playing, they're like, can you do this by Oasis or whatever, which is usually the one. You do this by Oasis. Yeah.
Always
so, why not wait till the song finishes and then go, listen mate, but they don't do that. They ask you why you're actually playing or singing. And you can't, if you're singing a song, you can't have a conversation with somebody. You never get that, which is hilarious. So I'm playing this solo. It was to what was it now? Man Who Sold the World. And I was really going for it. This guy's like, and because I wasn't paying him attention, I was just giving him the evil eye. He slapped me in the face. As he slapped me in the face like that, I just went like, F off, like that. And karma comes around quick, because he just went backwards, slipped on a cocktail, and just ended up on the deck, like, you know, so that was really good to see.
Brilliant.
Indeed it was.
Excellent.
Yeah. What else is there? Oh yeah, some woman came over. I mean, there's a load of stories, mate. This is the last one I'll tell you. Some woman came over, playing in a covers band, and she was like, "Can you do Love Boat for us?" And we're like, "Love Boat?" And she's like, you know the drown that was on. Boom. Yeah. Can you do that one? I was like, we don't know that one. Sorry, love. Do you know what I mean? It's just like
you don't sing that bit.
You don't know Love Boat, because every band knows how to play Love Boat. And I was like, I don't think they do love, but you can't argue with people when they've had a few drinks.
No.
As a woman.
You can't,
I can't believe you're rubbish. You're crap. You don't know. They don't. It's just like going to a mess. You don't know Love Boat, and it's that other thing as well of like, well, you musicians, can't you just play it? Can't you just rustle it up? And no one was like, not really, no. You know, it's like half the guys in the band were born after Love Boat was made anyway. You know what I mean? So
rustle it up.
So yeah.
Steak.
So yeah, it was one of those, like, you know, bizarre things to get asked for. Obviously get asked for a lot of Oasis, and I think my tolerance over time, whereas initially, you know, I was quite sweet when I was, you know, on stage, you know, first couple of years.
Yeah.
People asking for stuff, and I'm
like,
I'm really sorry we don't know that one, and really, yeah, I'm sorry we don't know that one, the kind of thing, and we'll look at playing it next week. Yeah. So now when people come up to me and ask for Oasis, they get there's two things to do. I'll let them ask once, Oasis, sorry, don't do it. And then if they keep going on it, what, you don't do an Oasis? They always go, it's because they're shit. Right?
Oh,
so,
favourite one.
yeah.
They don't do any of mine.
Exactly. But usually, if you confront people with rather than be all nicey and just go straight for the jugular with them, you know, they're normally like, okay, fair enough, do you know what I mean? Now, I don't think Oasis is shit.
No.
I think they were really needed on the scene when they came. Yeah. I think it was a really, really good to have them around. And they wrote some good solid, you know, rocking tunes. That said, I don't think they've moved with the times, which is what they said they would do. They said they'd move on, it's going to get bigger and better. They're just repeating the same stuff over and over again. So that's my bit of. And when I was at the festival, they were headlining, and I'm proud to say I was in my tent, I was asleep. And it was hard to get to sleep because I could hear Liam's voice coming on. It was getting on my nerves a bit.
Yeah. I think I would like Oasis a lot better if it wasn't for Liam's attitude.
Yeah.
Because I think he as a frontman, he's got something. Yeah.
Oh,
he's got that swag.
Well, it's when they came on the scene, his voice as well. Yeah. Behind, you know, all the loads of chords and loads of overdrive was fantastic. You know, it was really needed.
That's what I'm saying, but he's.
Oh, back to one of my other influences, definitely Blur and Pulp. Without a shadow of a doubt. Blur. Jarvis Cocker, brilliant musician, particularly lyricist. Just he's one of my role models lyrically.
I like a few of the Pulp songs, yeah, definitely. Okay, here we go. Your best request you've ever had?
Best request?
Yes. And worst request?
Well, the worst request would be Blinking Love Boat, wouldn't it?
Well, that'd be that one.
You know what I mean?
We've done that one. Your best.
Well, I'd say the best request is always when you actually request a song you know. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
weirdest, but perfect Love Boat.
Yeah, the weirdest and worst would definitely be the Love Boat one. Yeah.
They're playing. No, that's something else.
That is Hawaii. Is that Hawaii 5-0?
That was something else.
They're playing.
What was that?
Hawaii 5-0. No, that little fella.
No, it wasn't Hawaii 5-0. It was.
Well, was it Love Boat?
It was Love Boat.
Oh, right.
Oh, no, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that. It was something else.
I know what you're talking about.
Like
that little fella, the dark.
Like come on an island.
Yeah.
Or something. Paradise Island or something.
Yeah. Do you know what
some of you'll know that anyway.
Yeah. Request wise, I think that's it. I can't really think off the top of my head. Like I say, it's always good when the punters ask you if you can do this song. You're like, oh, God, I know it. Because the other thing is, right, you get the 3 questions of like, can you play this? So we don't know that one, love. Can you play this then? No, we don't know that one at all. If it gets to the 3rd one, you don't know that. you were classed as a crap band.
Crap
because
band,
people
then.
don't realise there's absolutely billions of songs out there,
there
and you can't learn them all. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I would say about with the cover bands I'm in is like, we don't do any songs if we don't like them, and it is a good example of that. Somebody asked me to play at their wedding with a band, and it was somebody through work where we used to work, and somebody said, "Oh, Symon Seabrook's in a band, go and see Sy, he works over in that building." She came on to see me, and I was like, "Yeah, we're up for it, tell me the date." And she goes, "Yeah," and she said, "But I want that song by John Legend, you know, as our first dance. I love your curves and all your edges and all that kind of stuff."
Another one.
Now, some people may love that song, but I absolutely despise it. I think it's one of the cheesiest things ever written, and it makes you want to physically puke up. So she said, "We're going to need you, because that's our song." And I said, "I'll tell you right now," I said, "we're probably not going to be playing your wedding," I said, "because I just don't like that song." And she goes, "But you're a band, you can just play it." And I was like, "Yeah, but my soul's important, isn't it?"
Soul's important.
And I said, "You're going to have to find somebody else unless you can think of another song." She goes, "But that's our song." I was like, "Well, that's great, I made up for you, but we won't play your wedding, love." I said, "I'm really sorry." So that was a bit of a bad request as well. You know?
You don't like that song?
Oh, it would kill me to do it. It would absolutely physically kill me. Yeah. So I try and stay true to myself with the other you know, well, and if I'm playing something I don't like, it's
hurting my ears, man.
I can't do it. It's like if there's a couple of songs I hear on the circuit, and like you say, you know, people love these songs, but when people play, and I'm sorry if this is one of your favourite songs, but "Knocking on Heaven's Door," oh my God, it just breaks me every time I hear it. It just I don't
really like the original. I didn't really like the Roses version of it.
Oh yeah. I don't like any version of it.
It's not a favourite of mine, no.
Yeah, it's dead plain as a song.
A lot of people like it. You know, I don't want to knock on Heaven's Door until I'm actually dead. Even then, I think you want.
I think it'll have a bell anyway.
Well,
you know what I mean? You might not have a knocker at all.
It'll be like Madonna, it'll be a real light.
Yeah.
That'll be the end of it. Okay, so have you ever met any of your favourites? Have you ever met any of them?
Any of my favourites?
Yeah, any of your influences. Have you ever had a chance to meet any of them?
Let's have a little think. I did go and see, I like a band called Franz Ferdinand.
Oh yeah.
And the lead guitarist out of that, he's disbanded. And I really liked his style. He's got a good style, and they've come up with some really nice, interesting little movements on the guitar and the songs, and they progressed as a band. I really do dig him. But he's split now, and he was playing with his own band in can't remember the place now, but it's in Liverpool, like near towards Penny Lane.
Yeah.
And it's like a kind of studenty place. And he's got his wife on lead vocals. Okay. So it's like slightly experimental stuff. So it was really nice to go and see him. It was, you know, it's like 4 times the size of this room. So it was really intimate. It was nice to get close up and see him. But musically, I wasn't really impressed. You know what I mean? I thought it could be a bit more out there kind of thing. And he seemed really lovely and dead humble and stuff, and I like that. But yeah, it didn't blow me away. Obviously I saw Radiohead a couple of times, and they were absolutely fantastic. Yeah. But meeting people, I've not actually met somebody face to face. Jimmy's not around anymore, so I can't meet him. So I think that's it really. I met Little and Large.
Well, there you are. And what are they? Little and Large. Yeah. So do you ever get nervous when you play?
Very, very rarely. If we're playing a wedding, I might get a bit nervous about that, just because you want to get it right. You're usually getting paid a little bit more, and if you've been asked to play a specific song that isn't the blinking John Legend one. I think you would have been getting paid a bit more when you got stung by the bee. I must have been nervous. I don't. The funny thing is, when I first started, the first time I played live was in Liverpool, and it was in the Pilgrim, and it was an open mic, and I was playing original material with a girl who basically wrote poems but was singing over top of it, and I thought we sounded pretty okay, like, you know, as a first stab at something, and I've been playing guitar about 5 years, and so when we practiced, we sounded good to me. So we went in there, we played, and because it was an open mic, there was some decent people up there, but the open mic guy did our levels, and then he was out the door for a cigarette. And, you know, he literally spent about... He was basically seeing if he'd get a signal through. On the vocals, yeah, good. On the guitar, give us a bit of guitar. Yeah, great. He was out the door. So my guitar was, like, feeding back like I wouldn't believe it. So obviously that's very, very off-putting. Yeah. So after that, I mean, it's dead sad, but I went back to the train station and I was crying because it was just like, I'm not putting myself through that again. You know, because I just thought it's just not for me, this live performance. But because I'd done the initial get up in front of people, it must have been burning inside of me. 9 months later, I was back at another open mic night, and I started. That's how I basically learned to play in front of people.
Well, that's basically where I saw you first.
Yeah, and and that was it the Hooten?
No, it was Pilot Boat, was it?
Oh right, yeah.
That's what
you've
probably been playing before then, obviously.
Yeah, but that was
that's what happened.
So thank God for the open mic nights, really, because that's how I got.
Vicky went.
You can be the best player.
We were there. Matty. It's like
that's right. Yeah.
Matty.
Yeah.
Then sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, it would always be others. Well, you'd end up getting that's not the kid that. Yeah. And you'd jump up. Yeah, but that's where I first met you.
Oh yeah. But
I remember that now.
That was the open mic nights are really important because you can be a great player, but if you've not got the confidence to actually get it right in front of people, you know, some people I know who can play pretty well and won't get up in front of people because that getting it right in front of people and being able to deliver a song as opposed to just be, you know what I mean, is a big part of it, the actual stagecraft.
Yeah, well,
you know?
Definitely, you've got to be able to bang, hit it and just jump out daft. Well, I'm a bit like this. I like to jump about and. That's great.
You've got to sell it. There was a guy who said to me, it was Neil Tudor. He's the guy who does the McCartney kind of tribute act.
All right.
Yeah. He saw me play once, so he'd never seen me play before. He's never seen me play since. And he played some pretty. I think I was playing a classical guitar at the time, but it was doing like kind of like groovy tunes and stuff. And he said at the end, he goes, that was really, really good, Dan. Yeah. He goes, I just love watching you. And he said, if you play the way you played then, if you believe in the music, the people will believe in it because you're so into it. He said, if you've already got that, you don't have to sell it because it's already sold because you're so into it. And in another way, if people are watching not interested because you're so into it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? But it was a great bit of advice because I've seen bands play, young bands, and they've played, and you can see the like a deer in the headlights. Now I'm sure in time they'll get it, but they're just like and it's just all non-moving and not non-moving to be cool, non-moving because they're just like and when people see that, they can't believe in the music, or they be looking at the TV as they're playing, and you just like, oh,
get lost. That's the best way.
It is, but it's like dance like nobody's watching. You know what I mean? And I think it takes some people a bit of time to get into that kind of playing comfort. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but it is important to feel as relaxed as you possibly can. But nervous. Never get nervous, which is great considering how it started out.
Yeah. Well, I remember that one of the nights I was at the open mic, and Davey Edge said to you, "Oh yeah, excellent." Remember? Oh yeah. I remember Davey. I remember him speaking to you. He was like, "Oh, it was excellent."
He said a thing sprinkled with stardust,
something like that. Yeah, I couldn't hear everything, but I heard him speaking to you. And I remember. I like Davey. He's great, brilliant. Anyway, so okay.
I forgot about that.
No, I didn't. I remember that. Because I remember him coming up.
Good man, yeah. I was made up.
Yeah, brilliant. There you go. So what's your approach to writing tunes?
My approach to writing tunes, I'm in another band. This is a very new band called Cats Go Meow. Meow. It's not Cats Go Meow, it's Cats Go Meow. Meow. Right, and that's come about from me. There's a girl called Amanda Roxanne. And I saw her playing in a duo. She played like ukulele, really nice harmonies, and she plays the bodhrán as well. And I just approached Amanda and said, would you like to get together and do some original material? Yeah. So she's got 2 cats. I love cats. I look after people's cats. Yeah. I'm not gay just because I like cats, okay? I just want to get that out there.
Cats.
Not that there's nothing wrong with being gay.
You don't own cats though, that's the thing. Cats own you.
Yes, of course. I know
dog,
my place.
You own a dog.
I know my place, mate, yeah. And I'm okay.
They're definitely like a woman cat. When they've had enough of you, they'll let you know.
Oh, yeah,
man.
Yeah.
You could be sitting there as happy away, and then all of a sudden, what's going on here?
Yeah. So yeah, we both love cats. My original name for the band was going to be Sexual Winter Horse, and she wasn't happy about that at all. And then I looked around the room, saw her two cats, was like, cats go meow meow. So our stuff is it's very very unique. Lots of different kind of genres come into play with the music. So it's like, to use Franz Ferdinand as an example, Franz Ferdinand have a style, and I love Franz Ferdinand, I really do. But I would say with the stuff that me and Amanda are doing in Cats Go Meow is like, no two songs are the same. Like one of them's got kind of like a Spanishy kind of influence, one's got like a folky influence, one's kind of got like a kind of indie influence, you know what I mean? Another one we're working on, which is called Cats on the Beach, has got like a kind of reggae influence. So, but I can introduce these influences actually in the song. I don't like to do, when I do songs, I don't like to do, you know, verse, chorus, solo, bridge, verse, chorus, end, you know, outro. I like to, you know, some of the songs don't even have a chorus, you just go through and just go on little tangents. And you know, I suppose I'm purposely trying to just break up that routine of some of the songs do go verse chorus, but I'm trying to break up that routine. Some of the intros have got nothing to do with the song whatsoever, it's just a weird intro. So and with actual songwriting, you know, usually with me it's always the music first. You normally find that with a lot of people who write songs. They get the chords, I like the sound of that, and then it's the words. For me, when I look at the stuff I used to write about 15 years ago, I think I found a book of in my mum's loft. It was like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing. It's just like, you know, rhyming things that rhyme with sink and blink and think, you know, or just honestly, it's so embarrassing. But I would say to that, just take influences from the people who inspire you. Like, for instance, for me, it's like the likes of Jarvis Cocker and stuff like that. Stuff that the Doors wrote. Even like stuff like by the Cult, where it's all kind of like about wolves and mothers and bloody hounds and all that kind of stuff. Brilliant. And just or stuff that Bex wrote, you know, very surreal stuff.
Beatles, haircut in my mind.
Exactly. Beatles again, you know what I mean? So, so I just basically try and I always try and do something about. Here's the thing. I see a lot of people performing and writing, and I find it hard to believe them sometimes. You know, is that, I mean, it doesn't have to be totally true, but at the end of the day, if you're going to write a song, you want to make it unique to you. And at the end of the day as well, we all look at the world through our own eyes, you know what I mean? We see it differently to everybody else. So I always think, if I'm going to write a song, try and write it from the way I see the world. And I know that you know, I get told I'm quite quirky and stuff like that. So the music's got to be quirky because that's like a reflection of my character. And the lyrics have got to be quite quirky as well. Just because that's the way I see the world, you know what I mean? So yeah, that said, words are definitely the hardest thing to get right. You can write something great down, but then when it comes to put it actually in the structure of the song, it might not fit in those chords, so you're going to have to edit words out or lengthen it or even change the music itself. So sometimes, even though you've got the music down, you can maybe, because the words are so good, that might make you change the way the chords go. And I've changed quite a lot of my songs as well.
Myself, I've wrote words, I thought, oh, that's amazing. And then I just can't get any chords to it because it will not fit in with what I've done. I'm like, and then so you better write the chords or something. And then you can write around it.
So sometimes I do get melodies in my head with like certain words, certain phrases. I mean, I used to, when I was like properly into like, you know, songwriting stuff, I used to just jot things down on my phone or write something like that. I saw a leaf land on a telegraph wire.
Yeah.
And what's the chances of that?
And
And I saw that. Nobody else saw that, so I thought, right, I might use that for something. Do you know what I mean? Just because it's a thing of beauty. I mean, what's the chance it landed on there? It could have gone either way, but oh no, it stayed on there. There's a guy here. What's his name? Rick something. Mick Artistic. And he's from the north, and he's like a poet, and he's a bit bloody mad, yeah. And look him up if you can, because he writes fantastic songs. They're really witty, and he wrote one called there's a linkage here called "Sweet Leaf of the North." Sweet Leaf of the North is basically right. Set up his band go down to London, yeah. And this leaf was stuck on the windscreen, and it was raining and stuff, and it still stayed on there. And he thought, it's gonna go at some point, it's gonna go. Did the gig, came back, forgot about the leaf. When he got back, he looked and the leaf was still there. Wow. So the leaf had stayed with him on the whole trip, 300-400 miles. And I just love, that's something he's noticed, and it's just, rather than about, relationships and this girl doesn't like me anymore. Like
I feel that we hear the songs like that, but it's just...
Yeah.
That's...
So, yeah.
But the chances of you getting that falling and landing on the wire, that's
that's
amazing.
Yeah.
Because you usually just pass.
Oh yeah. I see loads of stuff like that every day. Just keep my eyes up. I'm quite an observant person. Most of the time. I like little funny things that happen in life, and I like people watching, so you can just get so much information just on watching people. Brilliant. Not necessarily what they say, just watching them.
We've probably come to the last question. We can keep going forever if you want.
Carry on.
Right. Have you ever been fired from a band?
Have I?
Come on!
I'm the creative streak. No, I haven't been fired from a band. That said, I have let somebody go from a band.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
For yawning.
He yawned twice. Funny enough, right? With the Marshall Hearts. I played with the Marshall Hearts. I went off on a tangent here. The Marshall Hearts, Matty, our keyboard player, Matty Allen. Lovely lad, great musician, massive fan of Matty. We play there, and he plays the keyboards in that band, and we have our rehearsals and stuff, absolutely fine, and we go home, we go to the pub, and then we go home. When he plays with Shark Sandwich, I always catch him yawning, and I'm like, why is he yawning with Shark Sandwich and not with Marshall Hearts, you know what I mean? So,
are you bored?
Yeah. So it's kind of become a funny thing now. So anybody in the bands, if they yawn whilst we're rehearsing like that, I'm like, okay, are we a bit bored? Do we need more to do? Do we?
Yeah.
So I'm just on the case. So everybody knows not to yawn.
The moral of the story is do not yawn around Simon.
No, sorry.
Because he's in trouble.
Even if, in fact, no. That's if you're gonna sneeze. If you're gonna sneeze, you can say the word cow. Cow, and it stretches through your mouth, and you don't have to actually, but it might work for you.
Just don't say it around the ladies. You might be thinking you call them on
it.
Yeah.
But the guy who had to let go, basically, this was in one of the first bands I was in, called the Nook, and
the what?
The Nook. It's what Shark Sandwich turned into.
All right.
It's what the Nook is. Nook turned into Shark Sandwich. That's what I was going to say. Basically, practiced in the Frank B Scout Up, and it was in a lane called the Nook, and we couldn't think of a name for the band.
Is that where you still rehearse yet?
Yeah. It's been great, and we don't have to pay, and it's a big space. But all it was really was there was some really good musicians in the band, but when I first started out, all the musicians I was playing with all had a bit of an ego problem. So I put up with it, and then I think it was one night we were at rehearsal, and I was trying to talk to the lads, because I was mainly the guy who was giving the direction and stuff, you know what I mean, because nobody else really wanted to take that role, so I took that role, and was trying to get them together, let's try this, and what if we did this? And this guy was just not listening, and he'd done this to me about must have been umpteen times. He was just playing the bass like that, over me talking, and had his back to me loads of stuff, and anything I said, he'd shoot it down. So after that was the it's the final straw. I mean, I was like, do you know what, mate? was like, do you want to unplug that bass and just go? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, it's just that you're always like trying to undermine me all the time like that. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you do. You know what I mean? So that was like, he got a lift with me to the actual rehearsal, but he didn't get a lift back. And then he said to me in work, because we worked together on the Monday morning, he goes, I'll do the next gig with you, but that's it. And I was like, you're not even doing the next gig, mate, that is it. And it was a struggle without him. Yeah, it was a struggle without him, but I was just like, do you know what? I just can't be dealing with like Muppets and like, you know, egos anymore, do you know what I mean? I've played with all the musicians I play with now are really lovely people, first and foremost, before the musician bit, and they're really reliable, they love the music, and it's so easy to play with them. It really is, and it's an absolute joy. Yeah. When I first started out in bands, there's a lot of egos to contend with, and I almost felt like going, do you know what, sod this, I'm not doing this anymore, because it was so hard, you know, just trying to get people to turn up and trying to get something down. But I'm glad the fact I did it like with the anti-climax first, and now it's all the people I were brilliant, like, you know. Yeah. So it's
that's a good bunch of lads you've got now. Yeah, I like them all. I don't know the drummer very well, but he seems to be okay. I've seen him a few times. I know Steve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pete's my favourite drummer in the world. He can be Pete best as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Love him so much because we've had loads of drummers and all the drummers have overplayed. And they've overcomplicated it. With Pete as a drummer, we have to tell him to turn up, as in like hit it louder. He's just, for me as well, being in a band, it's about letting everybody shine. Yeah, yeah. And so, definitely. You know, if you hear a CD or a record, you're hearing all the instruments. If you some bands you'll go to see and you're just hearing the guitars drowning out the singer, whatever, the singer should be way over the top. I'm like on the money with that, you know, with all the bands I'm in, because I like to get involved in doing the sound, and I like to make sure that everything's coming through. When it's a guitar turn, you know, solo, whack that thing up, do you know what I mean?
Guitar solo's supposed to take over your lead vocals.
Exactly, so it should be nice and loud, and then come back down again, do you know what I mean?
A lot of bands don't like that, when the guitar solo comes in, you go,
yeah,
I can't hear you.
That's usually a confidence thing. One of my mates can play great guitar, and I went to see his band a few times, and his solos are always like, wait, it's a little mouse, and I'm like, mate, you gotta turn up. And he kept making excuses like, well, you see, it's this pedal and like this, I mean, all you have to do is turn up to 11. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Talking rubbish, turn it up, man.
Yeah.
Just turn it up. Yeah, yes. There we go, Pete. Symon Seabrook, it's been great to have a look at your life, mate. Awesome. So till the next time on HUGHROCKO, interviews on location. See you later.
Adios.
Adios.